Hello, welcome to my diary. I'm Tatami. Here we talk about whatever I want, and right now, randomly, I want to pull a card for myself. So I said, I'll pull one card, and I'll pull one for you too. We'll just do one and one this time. I've been doing a lot of 3 card readings, but something told me to do just one. So I'm going to be using the Black History playing card deck. This one has just been speaking to me a lot lately, y'all. I'm a lot better with it than I am with other decks, especially when it comes to just intuitively knowing what's going on. It works for me. And what's funny is actually I had somebody told me to get a playing card deck months ago, and it's been in the back of my mind. So having this one in my hands for the last bit of time has been really enlightening and wonderful. And I'm like, I'm glad the ancestors told that person to talk to me. I am. Yes, the ancestors been talking to me lately. They've been saying, why you always concerned about certain things, but you don't take advantage of the opportunities before you. For example, I have my site ritualready.com, and I get a decent amount of traffic on there because of Spiritual Black Girls being a rather popular Instagram page. And it's one I try and upkeep as best as I can, despite it being overwhelming sometimes. But yes, something's telling me I should be working on my shop in there a little bit more and coming to terms with what I need to in there. So what I have here, I have, oh goodness, some flower petals stuck to the bottom over here. I have some Florida water, but that's not the thing my ancestors were telling me to do, y'all. My ancestors were telling me to make these portable altars, because a lot of portable ancestor altars, because I know a lot of people, a lot of spiritual Black folks, y'all, it's hard out here around Christians. Like I said, a lot of times they're not the way we're willing to live in their presence. They are not willing to live in our presence. They can get violent very quickly, volatile, cruel. Honey, you can lose your place that you're living at. So I've been thinking for a long time that portable altars were something that needed to be made more accessible. Portable ancestor altars, maybe with some prayer cards, things like that. So that's what I'm, being led to do right now, and I'm probably going to split one of these bottles up over here into something smaller to be put into those portable altars. But overall, I'm going to try and use what I have around the home, crafts and tools, and build a few and see how those go, because the ancestors are just saying, girl, like, why you not, like, things that people need because you have direct access to it, and you see other people not making them even though you already been said that people need it. So, like, why not have your shop fill in those blanks of things that people are not necessarily doing but that are necessary? Here's mine. Here's yours. Ooh, today yours is reversed, so we'll see what's going on. Have a shot. It's that evening shot, I have twins, y'all. I don't work anymore. I used to say it was because I had work. I used to say it was because I worked with children all day. Now I'm like, it's because I have children, okay? Honey. Hmm. So, I have William A. Hinton, and yours is Ira Aldridge. You've got the arts. I've got the sciences and industry. So let's see what's going on. So 2 of Hearts, honey. So William was the doctor who studied syphilis and helped make preventative medicine and hygiene um, more accessible for the poor. He advocated for the health of the poor. And so this is about connecting two ideas, two conflicting ideas, two things that it may not seem like they go together, or it may not seem like anyone really sees it coming. But it is about the connection of two ideas, two hearts, two mindsets, two energy types together to come together to form what's necessary. Um, but this can, this can be good or this can be bad. So here I am, I want to say it's positive, but I have to take into account my own situation, so two of hearts, that could be, really lovely for some people, safe relationship, safe sex maybe, but I've been married since I was like 19 years old, y'all. So that's not something that concerns me. I don't want to sound cocky. It's just not something that concerns me. So, that safety is good. And I think this is overall a really positive card for me to have with the connecting of two ideas, two mindsets. I think I have a vague idea of what that means for myself, but I'm going to have to meditate on that more off camera because, honey, we're already at 6 minutes and I have not talked about you. So let's talk about Ira. He was the son of a Senegalese chieftain who ended up in America, and essentially because of the situation he found himself in here, where it's like, okay, back in the slave times there was slavery, obviously, but and then after that it was just so obvious, so clear that everywhere you turned, even the random person you bumped into on the corner of the street, if they were white, they were going to try and hold you back. They were going to get one over on you. They were going to find some way. And like, that's not to say 100%, but 99.99999%. You know what I'm saying? These people, even the ones who thought it was unfair, they were struggling themselves. So they had to take advantage of what they could take advantage of, right? So in that situation, we have this issue of somebody who realizes they're in a place where you can't win. What you're doing, what you're pursuing, there's a good chance that you're not going to win in your exact environment. But that does not mean there is not an environment that you cannot win in, right? Because Ira has a very interesting story. Ira was like, I'm getting the fuck out of here. He went to Europe. He was like deuces in middle to Lady Liberty, to the melting pot, to all of this bullshit that they, have here as propaganda and have in various formats since the beginning of America. And he never returned, honey, but he found fame elsewhere, fame and fortune, and he was a great actor, and even received medals abroad from other countries. I'm pretty sure he was born here. I'm pretty sure his father was the one who was enslaved and brought here. And Ira was born here and freed because of the time period. And thusly, yes. So he was an American, born and bred, but he found everything he wanted elsewhere. So that's not to say, honey, move to Ghana, move to Jamaica, move to the Caribbean, move to Madagascar. I'm not saying do all this, like, not make a wild move. You don't have to become nature boy and go off the grid. But I'm saying, sometimes just making a drastic change and taking a leap of faith that indeed the grass absolutely may be greener on the other side. People want you to be stagnant. They want you to take which crumbs are shoved at you, flicked at you, salt bait at you. But you don't have to do that, do you? You don't have to do any of that because there are so many options out there. The world is your oyster. I don't care how old you are or what your dreams are. There's always tomorrow. And it's like, even if you die tomorrow, you are out here impacting people. You're out here making changes on people that you never realized you're making. I remember when I first realized that people noticed me when I was in the room, and it was so profound because it made me really wonder what am I in other people's brain, you know? What is that memory that other people have of me? And we all have that, don't we? Cuz you can remember some strange event from middle school. That's a person. That's a person and they're grown now. So, you know, it's pretty fun to think about. It's beautiful to think about. It's beautiful to think about your own impact on the bloodline, on humanity, an impact that people may never remember. The vast majority of people are ancestors that never have their name spoken again. But the fact of the matter is that life, in my opinion, as, I don't know, a Black American, Afro Latina, it's not like Coco. You don't have to be able to say a specific name. You can invoke the spirit of certain types of ancestors in your bloodline and they can reawaken. And isn't that just a powerful thing? So let me bring this back so I'm not wandering off in thought of poetic wonder forever. But isn't it wonderful that you have all these opportunities? And the fact that it's in reverse, the fact that holding on to your principles just to assure that success in the future is in reverse tells me that you're hesitating. Why? Why? You have so much time, you have so much effort, and you have so much left to give, honey. Whatever it is on your mind, release all doubt. Because the world is yours. The world is yours. Thank you so much for watching me and pulling a card with me. And may your ancestors and spirit guides be with you at every crossroads. I will see you next video.